button?
The button, the big red button that says
Nut?
No, not that one. This camera's fucking driving me nuts. No. What I'm gonna do?
You want to just turn it? So
no.
You want me to sit on Alp's side?
No. I think
I replaced you, you fuck.
I think what I'll do is I will I'll talk very quickly. What?
You'll talk very quickly about what?
Oh, I just hid your name. Okay. Okay, I think that's there you go. I'll hide you. Now everyone can see me. It's GoldenSaucer.net podcast episode 227, October the 15th. It's Joey.
And Kyle.
You can't see Kyle if you're watching the video portion.
Yeah, I'm gone for a moment.
Because I am taking apart the tripod that holds his camera and then taking apart Alf's tripod that holds Alf's camera. And
we could have done this before the show, but...
it just annoyed the crap out of me right now immediately.
That's fine, yeah. Oh, can you see...
Everyone can see my armpit.
Hey, can they see me now?
No, I turned you off.
Oh, you turned
I turned it off so that they can watch me fix a camera live. So, yeah, it's like... cutting edge podcast material here.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
I mean,
it's Joey's joke. He loves that joke.
I do love it.
Was it Bill O'Reilly?
It is Bill O'Reilly on Inside Edition.
Dude, this tripod gig is fucking... All right, well, yeah, sure. It's kind of crooked. Yeah, maybe.
No one will notice.
Wow.
Let's turn you back on so everyone can see you. There you are. Yeah, let's adjust. Pitch it up a little bit.
The best part about these cameras is it doesn't matter how many days I've gone without shaving my head. I still look like I have like a nice, clean shaven head on the podcast every episode, basically.
My hair always does this thing where it's like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, hey, I'm Joe.
And so I'm always like,
how's it going?
Fix it. And then I have this nice...
Not even if you rub it with cheetah blood?
Oh, that was kind of neat. I did that and it zoomed, like, it focused right on the bald spot.
I thought you were doing the thing. Nice.
No. All right, so this is the podcast where we talk about how not to run a podcast because we're terrible at it, and
fucking shit show.
What else? We talk about video games. We talk about the crap we've been doing. Then we talk about the.
You know how long we've been doing this?
Yeah, it's 4 years. 4 years.
I think it's more than 1 year.
We go through this all the time. Yeah. Every 20 episodes, we go back and like, well, how long we've been doing this? And then I go, in July of 2014 was our first episode.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about correct, right?
I'm looking right now.
It's a long fucking time to be doing a thing.
Why can't I view the website?
Did you pay for the website?
July 2013.
See?
5 years and we're still terrible at this. Good job.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so I guess we should talk about why we weren't here last week and the week before that and possibly a week before that. No, just 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Not too bad. But we laid it out there, you know. We were
we let everybody know.
We were like, we're probably not
at least I think we touched on it. We didn't really get like.
Yeah, we were just like, we're probably not going to be here.
Yeah.
So anyway, had some family in town, had some other obligations. I've been, I can talk about my week. I've been, my partner Christy, her parents came and visited for a week, stayed with us, helped, get the house in order with the new kid, and
their help raising the boy.
Yeah, they had a really good time. It was really nice. They watched the boys for a night, so we can go out and have a date.
It's mostly just for them to like meet Charlie.
Yeah, they wanted to, it's one of those selfish, not selfish things, like they want to see meet their grandkid, and help us out a little bit. And they helped us out with some around the house chores. We patched the hole in the floor that we recently discovered, which was a nightmare. And then, we got some new smoke detectors. We, upgraded a couple sockets, and, they helped me with clearing out the carpet and the junk in the house.
That sounds like you got a lot done.
We put together the Henry's, did I tell you we bought Luke's, speeder from Tatooine?
No, but that's cool.
Yeah, he has that now. So we put that together, let him play with that a little bit. They took Henry out on the, in his wagon a couple times, took him to the park, just basically a bunch of family stuff that was really fun to do. So along with some chores.
Seems good.
Yeah.
Overall, like it, I know that there's some amount of dread that comes with in-laws showing up, just because it's like, oh God, there's a lot of pressure. But it sounds like you handled it with some finesse. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't without a couple. But
I'm sure there's incident, but
yeah. So, but I mean,
of the multiple times they've come here, this one's probably been among the easiest. You know, I didn't hear any like talking bad about me behind my back. Or
I was there for the last one, right?
I think you were there for the one before
that, when Henry was just a bab.
Yeah.
We went to a steakhouse or some shit.
Yeah. You know, fortunately, I was actually happy. Like I don't like going out to dinner that often, just because it's expensive, you know. And they're very nice
for you. Yeah. No, like when you're in a situation when it's like more than two people,
right?
Going out's a fucking nightmare.
Right. Exactly. So like the boys don't do a good job at sitting still, and you know, and there's 6 of us. 6 of us, you know, and it's kind of like a nightmare scenario. And it's expensive, and they always insist on paying, you know, and I'm very grateful that they pay. But like, I'm like, you know, guys, we get steaks at home.
Yeah.
I'm okay with steaks at home. Like,
yeah.
And like I think they definitely understood that this time I was more than okay, like eating dinner at home and, you know, watching TV and letting the boys just relax, you know. So, but anyway, you know, like I said, with that came some chores and family stuff and all that great stuff. I got like my arcade cabinet situation improved. Not happy about it because you know, had some damage along the way, but you know, that gives me a reason to work on improving the arcade scenario, you know, like
sure, yeah.
What else? Almost got my gaming situation set back up, so
back in the cockpit soon.
Yeah, back at the house, be able to get some stuff done there. Why is my phone in my pocket making noise?
Yeah, I turned my sound off. Maybe it's off.
No.
Different ringtone.
Yeah, let me just mute this. There we go. Yeah. I thought it was already muted. Anyway, we should mention there's no fucking Alf.
We did. I mentioned it.
Oh, okay, good.
Clearly there's no Alf.
I can switch over there. Oh yeah, you can see the his camera's just shooting the table with his stuff.
He's got a personal situation. He said that he might show up. So
yeah,
if he resolves his personal situation, then you know he'll be here.
I like being able to transition the camera. I think that's really nice.
It's pretty cool.
Now someone's like barf.
Yeah.
There's no thing. It's just back and forth.
Yeah.
A 0.3 second fade.
You should have the Star Wars fades.
Do we have a crossfade?
Those are some of the better fades.
No, there's a
the checker fade.
Swipe. Let's see. Direction left. Okay, let's see how that looks. Hold on. We're just
fucking around. We're just fucking around.
It's just going like this. It doesn't have the.
This thing managed to turn a little bit too. It's cool.
Oh yeah. You can do that. That's why I'm always like, don't pound on the table.
You're just fucking doing it.
Please stop doing that. Please. We can do there's more. Man, why aren't we? What's a stinger? Let's see what a stinger is.
Jeez.
Oh, never mind. All right. Not fucking with that.
My week was uneventful. More chapters in the saga of my medical conditions that I don't really want to talk about, but
okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna put it all on the table.
Yeah, let's not
all up in that HIPAA.
Yeah, like I just, for people who know me personally, I have like some medical stuff that is ongoing and basically a constant issue in my life. But
I try to be understanding of medical stuff because
yeah,
you never know when you're gonna wake up and you're the guy who can't get out of bed.
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
Yep. So
my stigmata.
Just wake up with stigmata one day, like,
hey, what the fuck? It's a real fear. Yeah. It could happen to you.
It's a real fear for people.
You don't even have to be. You don't even. No, you. There's that movie though. You don't even have to be Catholic to have stigmata.
Yeah.
Let me look at it.
That's based on a true story, right?
Let me look and see.
Who said stigmata?
I'm looking. It does say mysticism.
If you're of course it fucking does. If you're wondering, stigmata is
here we are, reported cases. I could go ahead.
To include crazy person number 1, crazy person number 2, guy who stabbed his own hands.
Yeah, there's that guy.
Stigmata is basically like when you have mock wounds that are similar to the wounds that Christ incurred on the crucifixion, right. To include the stab in the side, or is it just the?
I think you do have the liver spear or the
Pontius Pilate stab,
the stab of the spear.
The spear of destiny.
Yeah, that's what I say. The spear of destiny. That is actually one of my favorite.
Jesus tropes.
No, like one of my favorite crap, like a MacGuffin that someone's after.
Oh, okay, sure.
It's like when they're after the Spear of Destiny, like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
Like,
what was that? John Constantine?
It was in the movie Constantine, and it's also the reason why Superman wasn't able to fly over and punch Hitler in the face because he had the Spear of Destiny. What the fuck? Which protected him from magic or something. I don't
so the DC universe like confirmed Jesus existed? Like
no, just the Spear of Destiny. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, if you go.
Fair enough.
Look, you want to talk about the pick of Destiny next?
The bong of Destiny. It draws like a pencil.
Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, anything else going on there? Yeah.
No, not really. Just work and dumb medical stuff. So, kind of uneventful. I didn't even get to play D&D this week.
Ooh, D&D sucks anyway.
I really want to. Like,
I forgot to wear my D&D shirt today. I got a pretty cool D&D shirt.
I saw your D&D shirt. That's actually not that bad.
They're always red though.
It's always red.
I know why they're always red, but I really wish they would just like not
be black. Yeah, because
you know,
fucking black shirt's just the only shirt IMO. Yeah, I know. Sorry, bud.
I mean, like I
remember when we got to transition to black work shirts.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I'm still on that.
Yeah,
I'll take those over the current situation. Wear whatever you want. Like no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you need to cut the decisions on what I'm wearing down to fucking nothing.
Exactly. Like we'll wear a work shirt that's black and everyone's happy.
Yeah.
You're happy that I'm wearing something work appropriate.
If we could maybe just move that fucking big thing at the bottom to the back, maybe.
No, that would be. I did not agree.
What you want
that thing just generates sweat. No, I will get you a shirt with a giant fucking screen printed thing on the back. You're like, man, my back is just like fucking sweating.
Nope, can't penetrate the back hair. You're wrong.
Not me. It's just like stuck to my back constantly. And I'm like, this is terrible. Who thought putting this back here would be good?
So does this print on your chest? Are you swimming in it right now?
No.
Oh, is that one of those?
It doesn't penetrate.
Okay. Well, the newer shirts aren't so bad then, man. This is also a very
some of those are like real bad.
Delicate print.
Yeah. Not the cheap ones that we got for work.
Thanks Gildan or whoever.
Well, no, the Gildan shirts are good. Yeah. It's the fucking the screen printing that they do is just like they're like throwing paint on it.
Yeah,
that's all they do. You know that.
We might need to look into fucking getting new shirts soon.
It's literally just a stencil that they drip paint over and scrape it off.
Yeah,
it's fucking lazy. It's not lazy.
What's the alternative? This kind of shit. Or?
Yeah, this is still screen printing, but it's done a little better.
Yeah. Right. Yeah,
All right. Anyway, well, let's move on to what the fuck you've been playing then. I'm fucking do a quick one, I guess.
Yeah. A couple of things.
What the fuck you been playing, man? Come on, tell me.
Fucking Super Mario Party.
Oh, how is that?
It's very Mario Party.
Are you playing 10, 15, or 20 rounds?
10 rounds. Come on, man. That's an hour. It's an hour for 10 rounds. Like
it's not that bad,
bro.
Not bad,
bro.
That's 6 minutes a round. It's not that bad.
That's when you're playing two people. If you're playing more than that, it's more than an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, fair enough.
So like, all I'm saying is like, Mario Party
should matter because the AI still plays.
Yeah, I know, but they're quicker than people are. Sometimes they're really bad at mini games. I'm also playing on normal. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not knocking up difficulty on those AI dudes. But yeah, like I don't know. So for those who haven't gotten to play it,
there you go. Now you know what I was talking about.
Each character, like actually picking a character matters. Like previous games, you know what I mean? You just pick whichever Nintendo flavor you like the best.
Sure.
But now each character has a specific dice that they can roll, and instead of the 6-sided dice that has 1 through 6 numerics on it,
right?
Some characters like let's see, I think Rosalina has like an 8, like 2 5s, a 4, a 3, a 2, and then like you don't move but you get 2 coins.
Okay.
And then like varying degrees of that. You know what I'm saying? Like Boo has like 2 5s, 2 7s, and 2 not moves get 2 coins. I forget. Like I think Shy Guy just has like 4s. Like all of them are 4s. Like you're just moving 4 spaces.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he had like 4s and then some zeros on
it. It might be
like an even distribution of 4s and zeros.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, there's like a lot of like that kind of. One of them has like 2 1s, 2 3s, and a 10 or something like that, and then something else, you know what I mean? And then like also if you land on ally spaces, which is a new thing, I think it's a new thing. I haven't played Mario Party since. Like the GameCube ones I haven't played since. But the ally squares, when you land on them, they get you the ability to roll the ally that you randomize dice.
Okay.
So you can choose to roll that dice instead of your custom dice. And they also add a secondary die roll to your roll, where they have a dice that has 3 1s and 3 2s on it usually. So you'll roll a 5 and then they'll roll either a 1 or a 2, and then they'll add yours to they'll add that roll to your roll.
All right.
And like from what it seems like, I've only gotten 2 allies tops, but like I think you can just get as many as you fucking land on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like they just add to your die rolls, and then eventually like usually at the end of the game, like you get a star for having the most allies too. So I don't know.
Is this like Mario allies being like Mario picks up Luigi, Peach, and like that, or is it just
no? It's random.
Okay.
So you land on a thing and it brings up like a little menu that has like all the not chosen characters, and then like it'll random through them at like kind of a high speed, and you just like click it, and then like it does the Mario thing where it doesn't stop where you tell it to. It, you know, kind of randomizes a little bit more. But other than that is a fucking infuriating game. Just
still making everybody mad, huh?
Not in the degree that where like I feel like I'm like it's not good, you know what I mean? Like it's some of it is truly random, and then some of it's just like I feel like I'm just being shit on this entire, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
like, you know how Mario Party works, but not to a degree where it feels unfair. Like I think that they've struck a very fair balance between skill and then also like the randomness of the mini games. Like there's very few mini games that like you feel like I never had a chance. You know what I mean? It does. Remember when Breath of the Wild came out, and I was saying a very large amount of good things about that game.
Sure.
But then I had one negative critique just right off the rip that was just like, this is shit, and it's always going to be shit. And it was fucking moving your shit around.
Yeah.
There's not a lot, but there's like a fair swath of games that like are like
mini games.
Mini games in that game. One of them is like it's like a cube, and then like imagine like a jigsaw went through the cube, and then they popped it up, and then you have to realign the 2 pieces of the cube to make it a whole cube again.
Yeah.
And you do that by moving the Joy-Cons, and then like the bottom piece is constantly rotating and moving on its own. Am I shaking your
yes.
And then there's another one where it's like you have like a jar of candy, and you have to like pop the cork, and then you have to turn the jar upside down and shake out the candy, but they're all in like different shapes.
Right.
So like it requires like a little bit of like, oh, this one's too big, you gotta move this over so I can.
Right. Well, I mean, isn't the focus there though that they have? You know, you're using the Joy-Cons. You have to use the Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
So they want to focus on their HD rumble, their gyroscopes, their all the innovative technology Nintendo put in there.
And they don't feel terrible, but like those are the low end of the games for me. And like I'm sure a lot of people think they're really good because like they're actually like.
Right. Well, this is supposed to be a game to get people. You want to be able to get people involved who aren't playing these type of games. You know, they're not going to be good.
Mario Party's for
jumping over logs or damn.
Yeah, you fucking
jumping over
into that shit.
Logs. They're not good at jumping over logs or jump rope or pumping up things like that. You want to be able to kind of like how the Wii was, where you want to throw a bone to people who aren't playing video games a lot. They're just like, no, you don't have to think about it as a video game. You just do it like you're gonna do it.
Yeah, know? It's a board game that has like weird rules. Yeah. And like I think that it like hits the notes. It's weird. Like I saw like it getting like kind of negative press for it just being Mario Party. Like I don't understand. Like remember when Insane Trilogy came out, Crash, and like it was like a half and half like split between people who were like it's dope because it's Crash, and then the other people being like it sucks because it's archaic. There's like a split in reviews between like people being like, man, these Mario Party games fucking kind of too bite sized. Like,
I mean that's what they are though. They specifically said they're mini games.
Yeah, and like it's like, what do you mean like Mario Party?
Yeah, they made 100 best Mario Party games mini games game.
Yeah. So that's how I feel about it. I think that it is a super serviceable Mario Party, like maybe one of the better ones, especially because like it uses like a lot of like the new innovation that the Joy-Con brings to the table. So like there's like games where like it wants you to like wait for certain levels of vibrations, and that's something that the Joy-Con's really good at.
Yeah.
Those gyroscopic things that I don't care for, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who do.
Yeah, I saw someone who was describing where you had to guess what was the thwomp or the thing or the other thing based on the amount of rumble it had.
There's like another one where like you're fishing and you have to like go over like these ripples in the water, and like the fish that's on the hook is the size of it is based off of like the amount of tremble on the you know what I mean, like that kind of stuff. And I think it's very serviceable. I think it works pretty well on the Switch. I haven't had a chance to match up a bunch of Switches yet.
Yeah, I'm interested in that, and that's like going into like something I'll talk about a little bit later. I was hoping that like I could borrow your copy and we could play a little bit on the stream coming up here soon. Yeah, because I don't know if it has a download and play option. If it doesn't, I can get my own copy. I'm not really worried about it. I think that'd be something like where we're gonna have a table. I'm gonna have a table available. We can kind of like shoot it overhead or do whatever. I kind of feel like I need to upgrade, like instead of getting these cams that we have here, getting like a handy cam kind of maybe. But I don't want to spend that much money.
That might be something we could crowdsource. You know what I mean? Like not actually like get money. You know what I'm saying? Like someone be like, hey, can we use
I know someone who has the equipment, but I really don't want to put I really don't want to put them out on it.
That's fair.
Because I think they have something going on that week.
So. Anyway. Is it the Gatorland one? Yeah.
Let me your cameras.
Come on, we hooked you up, Venom.
Come on now. That's $600. Yeah. Anyway, anything else there going on?
The Halloween Overwatch event.
Oh yeah. Is it the same this year as it is years past?
Basically, it's like varying degrees of Junkenstein, where they add new characters to Junkenstein. So like the only thing that's like really notable there is there's new voice acting. So like they added
Doomfist is Doomfistin'.
like Torbjorn. I don't know anybody. I play as Torbjorn like almost every time because he's really fucking. Yeah, Torbjorn is so good in that mode.
Oh, you mean like okay? I thought you were starting to mean him. Like, I played him before. He's fine. Like setting up turrets is like fucking disgusting.
He just got a class overhaul.
Oh, really?
He's almost completely different than he used to be.
Really?
So he still has the turret thing.
Yeah. The turret thing is really super.
You just helpful. Throw a level 2 turret instead of throwing a level 1 and building a level 2 turret.
Yeah. Okay.
And like you can throw it like. Maybe like 10 yards. Like it's not anything huge.
Yeah, but you only need to throw it out in front. You're behind the corner. You only need to throw it out to fucking hold the point.
Yeah. And then Molten Core, his ultimate is now just a thing. Like you just click it and you get 6 seconds of Molten Core, which is okay. I prefer it as an ultimate. His new ultimates are very strange. But his last ability before his ultimate is you can self-destruct the turret. Like if there's people like attacking,
makes sense.
You can just blow it up and hurt them.
Sure, or they're coming around the corner.
Yeah, sure, it's fine. Does he have anything else? It's
the wrong dude.
Turret, the thing. Yeah, and then his new ultimate is he just like sprays a bunch of lava, and the lava like sits on the ground and stays on the ground for the duration of the ultimate. Even longer. I think it actually stays probably like 15 seconds or something like that. If anybody touches it, they take like burning damage.
Not too bad.
So you can set up like a cool perimeter. You know what I mean? Like you can put the turret down and then you can kind of funnel them with the lava.
Okay,
set it up kind of strategically with Torb. Pretty good. Somebody else got some adjustments too, but like nothing that really notable.
I don't want to repatch those.
Yeah, I don't either. But yeah, those are my. I've been trying to get Moira's new skin. It's really all I'm interested in.
Oh, I forgot they have fucking skins.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That game to me, like, it makes sense, but I've
never really been, like, on Team Overwatch.
It's just that treadmill. Like, I can't get on it. Like, I really can't.
You're like, I'm not trying to prestige again.
Yeah, I'm not trying to play it again. I'm not trying to stay on it. Like, I almost got on the Black Ops fucking... Like, I've been really wanting to play it, but...
I told you I picked up a copy from the store and then brought it back before. I didn't even open it. Like I just was like, I don't think I have the wherewithal to get into the modes that this game offers. Like there's no campaign. So
I want to play the Blackout mode, and I want to like play a little team deathmatch and have some fun with it. But
wouldn't it be weird if I just jumped into Blackout mode? Because like I've never played any of those like battle royale modes.
It's just a big team deathmatch. You play team deathmatch on fucking Halo. Yeah. You'll be fine. You have
fucking big teams like those old.
Exactly.
Old school
I mean,
Halo
I think Blackout's 50v50. I do believe so.
That's fucking sweet.
Exactly. It's really fun. It's the problem is like the game. from a value proposition, I can't see myself extracting $60 out of a multiplayer only game. That's the same problem I have with Overwatch. You know, I'm also holding Call of Duty to that fire. You know, like I don't think I can do it, but I want to play it. So I'm really thinking about like hitting up the red box and spending $5-6.
That seems like the route.
I got like a free rental, so that's like $2 off, and then like I got, you know, I'll rent it for 2 nights and just play the shit out of it and just call it, yeah, man, that's fucking good. Yeah,
I mean that seems like the line.
What? Oh Jesus!
Do you have a situation? What's going on?
Okay, no, it was just a late message. If you're on the podcast, don't look at this.
Oh fuck! Cool.
Just ignore this until later. Thanks. Anyway, let's see. What the fuck I've been playing?
Have you been playing anything, Joey?
I got some salt.
Have you been playing Salt and Sanctuary?
No. I was trying to get into that. There was an Xbox exclusive preview event for Fallout 76.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get into this. So I sat there waiting on the email, and then that email arrived today. I was like, oh fuckers. But it was okay. That's why I ended up going and seeing Venom. And you know, I can talk a little bit about Venom. That movie's okay. If you haven't seen the comics and you have no reference for Venom other than he has something to do with Spider-Man, I don't know.
He's a Spider-Man guy.
Go see it. It's okay. I mean, if you want a anti-hero action comic book superhero movie, then go see that. I mean,
does he eat fools?
Yes.
I'm down then.
And like I'm really happy like with how the Venom character turned out. He's still not as slimy and gross as I want him to be, but it's pretty close. I mean, and he does get bigger. Tom Hardy does get bigger when Venom takes over. He's just like, you know, he swells up. So.
It's not as like insulting as fucking Topher Grace.
No, they definitely learned their lesson there that he needed to be big and teethy and toothy and long tongue and.
Well, it's like weird. Like if you like look at comic book Eddie Brock, which I am no comic book scholar.
I mean?
Like I'm very not attached to any of that stuff. And what I'm saying, like if you think that I'm wrong, you're probably right.
Right.
But the few times that I've read Spider-Man comics, Eddie Brock has always been a fucking beefcake.
Right. He was definitely a reporter dude who looks like he was like a linebacker.
Right, but he's like still hitting the gym like nightly.
Right, exactly. Like bam. I used to be fit in high school. Fuck this.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of guy. But
like you could easily get
wide shoulders, pecs.
Yeah.
Biceps, triceps, maybe in this little lats, maybe no abs. Maybe he got he's got a toned stomach but no abs.
That's what I'm saying. Like if Brock Lesnar wasn't such a piece of shit, like imagine if Brock Lesnar had a fucking ounce of acting ability, like maybe you could.
Yeah, there you go. So, but anyway, the movie was fine. Go see it so they make a sequel. How about that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So, spoiler alert, they're gonna make Maximum Carnage if you go see it.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
They're gonna make the good movie or Separation Anxiety, which is
Separation Anxieties
less good, but still like
whatever.
That's better than nothing. I mean,
what is it? What's the symbiote group?
I don't recall.
It's got like the chick with the flaming hair and it's not like Symbiote Society or something. It's like
I know what you're talking about. I do not recall anything. I remember Maximum Carnage. I remember Separation Anxiety. I remember Cletus Cassidy. Flash Thompson is Venom now for some reason. We're looking it up, aren't we?
Because like it's driving me crazy. The name of the group of the symbiotes was from.
There we go. That doesn't say.
Yeah, right.
Clintar, fictional species. Anyway, they do a really good job of it. I'm really happy with it. You know,
these fools.
The 5 new symbiotes.
These aren't new.
That's what it says there. Beyonder, Spider-Man,
1993.
Right, so this is all like stuff from
Yeah.
Anyway, Maximum Carnage.
Yeah,
that's what you want. But you're talking about when What's Her Nuts was there, Scream, right?
I guess I don't know what any of their names are.
Yeah, like Scream, Lasher, Phage. Oh,
yeah.
Someone's asking for it in the game store. Yes, in Gainesville, Florida. I'm going to type it in the thing. But anyway, let's move on.
We live here.
Kind of. Anyway, all right, moving along. So yeah, I tried to get into that, didn't get into it, went and saw Venom instead. I've been playing a little bit of Mega Man 11, and I hate that game. I don't really hate it. From
a source that I trust a lot, it says that it's really lackluster. But I haven't had a chance to like fucking sink my teeth into it.
Yeah. But anyway, for me, like, I've been playing it, and like it's very much Mega Man, like old school Mega Man. They really nailed that. They upgraded the design. The level design feels kind of like on point of what you want. The jumping feels good. The shooting feels good. But I just feel like the difficulty is up there, and they did that with 9 and 10, where like the difficulty is up there. Like whereas playing 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you played them a million times, so you're pretty much good at it. But I kind of feel like there is a little bit extra difficulty. They added that Japanese difficulty in there, to bring it up. So the problem with that is you die a lot, and that's not.
Yeah, I was told that it's pretty much contingent upon that slowdown time mechanic, and that there are like obviously they want to utilize whatever mechanics the game employs, but like when you have like a game mechanic that I don't know, the game is hinged upon, makes it kind of strange. Like especially like Mega Man, that like there's people who want to do just a buster run. You know what I mean? And if you make it impossible to do a buster run because you have this mechanic that you're in love with.
Sorry, someone's asking a dumb question. Right, go ahead. They're just asking about the game store. Like, okay, cool. Anyway, so I mean, you could try to do like the slowdown definitely helps. I think you can still get the patterns down.
Yeah,
and kind of do that, but you can definitely see where they want you to focus on using the slowdown or the power up.
Right. I don't know. Like, I prefer my Mega Man to be as vanilla as possible, and then the frills to just kind of be that frills. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Mega Man X. Like, there's like a lot of times where like you don't need the armor per se, but like having it's fucking dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I feel the same way about like the gears. That's what it's called, right? The gear system.
Yeah, the double gear system, yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, like I can't be an authority on it because I haven't played it. So I don't know if it's as contingent upon those mechanics as I'm being told it is. But I don't know. I
mean, like I still think the game's new enough that the speedrunners are going to hit it and they're going to figure out
all the
weaknesses and exploits. Like, well, if you do this and you do that, but
they fucking speedrun Dark Souls, dude. Like they'll.
As I'm playing it, you have the I don't remember what they're called exactly. You get the little sprockets and parts and pieces and screws and bolts and stuff like that. And so from there, you can go back and you can buy different upgrades. So you can buy like, you don't have to charge your weapon. Your buster's always charging. And so you can just, auto fire a full shot. And if you don't fire, so on and so forth.
The subsequent level of that you've charged.
Jump out of pits or
that seems really good.
Stuff like that. And then of course there's achievements tied up with not getting any of those upgrades and things like that.
Of course. Yeah.
And then, beating all that kind of stuff. But, of course, I want to play it pure. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go and do you can buy E-tanks and weapons tanks and mystery tanks and things like that as well, but I kind of just want to go through and play it on my own and kind of experience it. And I kind of feel like as I'm playing that there's a lot of points where they made the jumps just far enough away that you have to make a perfect jump, and then of course there's always something inside the pit that's going to jump out and knock you out or do whatever. And those deaths, they happen so frequently. You're like, okay man, like I get that, like you want me to jump forward, to pull the enemy out, to turn back, to land, to shoot, to kill them, to make the perfect, then go back and make the perfect jump before the respawn happens and all that stuff. But it kind of becomes like a kind of a chore, you're kind of like, okay, I'm not getting a little leeway here, At
a certain point, like I make the argument a lot when the difficulty between, or excuse me, the line between fun and difficulty it's thin. You know what I mean? Like, you want it to be hard enough to where like you're getting a challenge. Easy games are great if you just are trying to have your time occupied, but like if you're wanting to be challenged, which a lot of like, it's a big convention in gaming, you know what I mean? Like maxing yourself out, like that's a thing that a lot of gamers are into. That's not something that everyone's into, you know what I mean? Like I'm the guy that like, if I play the game on wherever the cursor starts, right? Like,
well, that's what I did. Like, it was playing on the default. Like, there's like casual, easy, normal, hard, and some other, like, you know, there's some insane stuff in there. And, you know, I'm playing it on normal, you know, which is a little bit more difficult than you would expect, but I definitely don't want to put it on casual, you know?
Right.
But maybe I will.
So, did they do the Blazkowicz thing where they fucking mock you?
No, they just
little baby mode with your fucking diapers on.
This is mode for someone who just wants to see the stages and have some fun.
Yeah, I like those descriptions when it's like, I'm just here for story, thanks.
Yeah,
like
that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I have some like complaints, and I'm not like far enough into it to like to go full force into it, you know. But like as I'm playing it, I feel like one, the difficulty, along with, you know, where they decided to put checkpoints. Like, I got to like a boss, like a mid boss, or at least I thought I was a mid boss. Beat the mid boss, died like 3 screens later, and it's like, nope, all the way back to the beginning of the stage for you. Ooh. And I was like, really? I felt like I was more than halfway there. And then like there was another one where I actually fought a mid boss, and I beat him and then died in the next screen. It's like, no, you got the checkpoint. And you're like, okay, cool. But I definitely feel like there's like a lot of cheap deaths in there, you know? And then like if you play the demo, like I did, there's a lot. You feel like the levels are focused on, okay, now we're going to push the level auto scrolling. It doesn't auto scroll actually, but something is coming to kill you, whether it be a fire or flood, or, you know, something is moving from the left and you got to move to the right and kind of maze your way through before it catches up with you and kills you.
I see. Yeah.
Or, you know, they're throwing things at you and you got to jump over them in a certain way, or you got to, you know, jump the sequence in such a way.
I mean, that's like kind of traditional Mega Man level design, but
right. But when they happen, well, you know, when you get one of those per game, one stage like that. But when there's 2 stages like that or 3 stages, you're like, okay, guys, like you got to get some different ideas here. Mm-hmm. You know, like this is, you know, innovate.
I mean, every time you get an auto scroller stage in Mario, you go, ugh.
Right. So, what else? They added like Mega Man screams when he dies. Now he goes, wah, 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 wah. You're like, that's really weird. He's a robot. What do we do?
I mean, he's technically a cyborg, right?
Yeah, the voice acting in the beginning is kind of weird. So, like, there's a whole thing.
Trying to figure out the name of that symbiote group still.
This is the Lethal League.
They're fucking killing guys.
Marvel symbiote group. The 5 symbiotes team.
That's just what it's called.
It's really called symbiotes. The 5 symbiotes.
Okay.
As a group of people that worked as members of the security force and who later volunteered to see if they could be controlled.
I just thought they had a name.
Nope, it's called the 5 symbiotes.
Okay.
First appear in Venom Lethal Protector number 4.
Sure.
And some of them are focused in the movie that we watched. Venom. Anyway, all right. Back to Mega Man. What else? Did I play anything else really? I don't want to leave anything out because it's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I played WoW, but like, who fucking cares, right?
I mean, we got to talk about the newest mount. Every episode we talk about mounts. Yeah. No. All right. Well, let's move into the fucking news then. Yeah. I got a lot, so I'm gonna kind of run through these. Hey Kyle, you gonna buy this new Diablo 3 Eternal Collection bundle Switch?
First off, that thing looks fucking sweet.
It does.
I fucking hate that I want that thing.
Right?
But like,
it comes with everything you want.
I know, and it's fucking dope.
Like, I got
like the Switch is branded. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like branded on the back, branded on the front, on the dock. Nothing on the Joy-Cons. It comes with a custom case. Well, not a custom case. It's just, you know, it says Blizzard on one side and it's got Diablo on the front. Comes with the downloadable copy of the game, in-game armor set, and then
the Ganondorf set, man.
It's
sweet.
And then, of course, you know, the custom box and
a carrying case.
Yeah. So, And not only that, but it's not even it's $359.99, which is like the price of the game.
Fuck, dude, I want one.
And a Switch. So
I want one.
Well, sell your Switch and get another one.
Yeah, but like I have yellow Joy-Cons, you know what I mean? Like I'd have to like I have to go to these.
I got some gray ones you can I got some gray ones.
Okay, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, so I think
you think it would look fucking dumb with yellow Joy-Cons?
Fuck yeah, it would look stupid as hell, you dummy.
Maybe the red ones, maybe like crimson red ones, like.
Let's see. I
fucking love Diablo, so it's like a very real want for me. Did they have a date on it?
The day it comes out, the 11th, the 11/2. There you go. You got like a month. So what else? Oh, one of my favorite rumors came out. I don't know if you saw it. Microsoft rumored to be buying Obsidian.
Yeah, that's.
You want to talk about needing an RPG studio? Ooh, baby. Just buy Obsidian.
That's like one of those things too, where it's like if they acquire Obsidian,
right,
and all those fucking guys who are shit talking. Right. This generation of Microsoft who goes like, oh, they've had nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
Sure, they've had nothing in the past for this generation, but like now they've got Obsidian.
Yeah, now they're just gonna crank out a good ass RPG.
They're just fucking locked for having the next dope RPG.
Right.
Like, single player.
Or even if they just like, oh no, we made a Halo RPG. We have them working on a Halo RPG.
Who gives a fuck what they do? Like Obsidian just like craps out gold. So like,
exactly.
who gives a shit?
Not exactly. So
mostly, it's usually P good.
But yeah, Kotaku.
It's that fucking Elder Scrolls that everybody's got a fucking boner for. Like,
Kotaku has the article on that. It's Jason Schreier, who's been right most of the time on a lot of his stuff.
Jason Schreier, usually pretty credible dude.
So
he's like CEO or something, right?
He's not CEO. He's definitely like up there in the Kotaku headspace. So, but if he runs a rumor, then he's probably got some pretty good, whatever on there. I don't hear any pounding.
You hear that?
No.
Fucking whatever. Spooky, scary skeletons.
So I mean, I'm gonna do this Rockstar stuff real quick.
Fucking throw it down.
Someone showed that like they're hiring for gearing up for development of something, and
Rockstar?
Yeah. So everyone's kind of saying that like they're pretty sure that it's going to be Bully 2. So the other end of that is
bad taste in my mouth.
The Dan Houser came out and said, "Oh, we've been working 100-hour weeks to get out Red Dead Redemption 2." And everyone's like, that means you're literally working everyone 16-hour days there, bud.
Yeah.
And they kind of went back and backtalked. I'm like, no. We're talking about like working just really hard. People just really putting in the crunch time to get it out there. And so then there's also been some speculation on Red Dead's campaign length. And it's currently clocked at 65 hours for the single player campaign. So fucking quit your job for 2 weeks because you're playing fucking Red Dead.
That's like a casual playthrough.
Yeah,
65 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. I was hoping to fucking finish it on the fucking thing.
That's what I'm saying. You want to put that on a 24-hour stream? The best part? Not even half. Under half.
Like, sorry, boys, I gotta fucking lock this up so I can play fucking another game. But
I'll be back next week to do another 24 hours.
Halfway through this fucking shitter.
I'll be back next week so we can finish off the second.
Good on you. You're really fucking.
It delivers the people who do the game per hour. You're
actually making money.
Like they're paying me to play it. Yeah. You know what you want me to do?
Fuck.
So yeah, that
I need to change it. I got that extra 8 missions. I don't need that shit at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like I need more of this. All right, so that's kind of like where that lies on that. Couple Sony news bites. Something I sent you today where
PlayStation's be broken, boy.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that one specifically, but so this is a warning that if you have a PlayStation 4, you should go into your settings right now until they resolve this. It looks like it's kind of being cleared up and almost done, but go ahead and do it anyway until you get the all clear from Sony themselves. Turn your notifications and your messages to friends only or none. Was that a knock at the back? And I don't think so. He didn't even see it. So anyway, turn it on to your notifications on to friends only because players are being sent a message through the messaging system, and then it's basically causing the PlayStation 4 to go into like a cycle mode where it just cycles through endlessly, starting and restarting, trying to read the message. And so if you do end up with that, there are some ways to get through it. Basically, you can go into the PlayStation app on a phone or the website, erase the message, then go back into rebooting your PlayStation 4 in a safe mode, and then rebuilding the databases. But that's kind of annoying. Like if you don't know that, right? If like your only means of contacting the outside world is a PlayStation, you're kind of screwed there, right? So super annoying. But the other thing is, along with that, PlayStation is now testing, and they're going to implement later on, finally being able to change your PlayStation ID name ID. So
for a nominal fee, you cannot be.
You get the first one's free, just like crack. First name change is free, and then I think it is $10 a change, and then $5 if you have PS Plus. So they did say it's going to cause some problems on some PS3 games, but they'll iron that out as it comes on. So I think it's good. They're finally kind of getting around to getting it done.
Getting around to fucking shit that you could do on Microsoft.
Right, exactly. Ago. But, it's getting done, finally,
Yeah. Good.
Like, and the fact that they definitely take advantage of PlayStation Plus to make it a discount. Hopefully Microsoft will get in line with that and say, oh, yeah, Xbox Live Gold, yeah, $5. We don't care.
Yeah.
We'll change your name. We don't care. We get 2 free ones now. What do you want?
Yeah.
We need money. Give us your money, please.
None of this fucking matters, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do you want to talk about Pokemon Go?
You can. I have no input. You know what I mean? Like I watch you play it.
I do play Pokemon Go, but I don't talk about it because there's nothing to really talk about.
Yeah.
I threw the Pokeball. It was great.
I've thrown a total of like 5-10 Pokeballs in my life.
I hate you. That's like 50 cents.
I'd get fucked.
Anyway,
you needed that Pikachu with a hat or whatever. I threw that.
He'd have a stupid hat.
Dumbass hat on.
During the month of September, old Pokemon Go just wheeled in a casual $84 million. Just $84 million. Just whatever.
Got him. Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. But this is where it kind of comes in here. Where I hate like not being able to see all my things at once here. This is really stupid. Me to not to do it this way. All right, well, I don't remember where I lost it. It had to do with the transferring your Pokemon to Pokemon Let's Go. Anyway, let's transition to that stuff anyway. So anyway, news is like they sent out like an 8-minute gameplay trailer for Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. And so like as we're getting closer, news is starting to come out. So one of the things they're saying is like the Pokemon that you catch in Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee, you can carry those over into the new core Pokemon that comes out for the Switch.
Okay.
So, if you catch a dope Blastoise, you can bring them on over, as long as they're there. One of the other things they also announced
I assume it's probably going to be like just another version of Pokemon Bank or something like that.
Right. So one of the kind of things is they announced the one of the post-game parts of Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu is what they call powerful master trainers of 151, each one themed around a specific Pokemon. So it's kind of like a challenge up against a trainer that has, I love
sick-ass Machop.
I love Caterpie. You're like, fuck this guy. Or he's fucking level 100 Metapod. You're just sitting there like, I'm just gonna fucking have to fucking beat these things.
He's like, no, harden.
And you're just like, I'm doing 1 damage, and then your Pokemon's running out of fucking PP. Nice.
He's and like, I did it.
And you're just like, well, how is this Pokemon still going?
Did you just make a when she asks you to go deeper?
Yeah, exactly. I'm all out of PP.
I ran out of PP. Sorry.
I never understood the PP thing. Like, who
PowerPoint.
Who let this in here?
Yeah.
Who let them do
this? This joke's terrible.
Who let them do this? Did no one? So, speaking of who let them do this and terrible stuff, did you see what's going on with Square Enix and The World Ends With You?
I know it's being released for the Switch.
It came out. It's out. Oh no.
It did terrible, I assume.
Well, that's not the point. So
I didn't even know there was a market for remaking The World Ends With You.
So anyway, someone decided to play the Italian version.
Okay.
And then they realized that, hey, wait a minute. This plays a lot like a fan translation I played a few years ago of the DS version. And so some side-by-side comparisons of the official Italian translation and this fan version has it at like a 90% match.
Oh, fuck. That's a bad look.
And so,
well, let's just say that the fan translation was that good.
Yeah. So obviously when you have that close of a match, there's a lot of things in there that are like, I don't know, like if you want to like listen to a podcast about translating games, I recommend the 8.4 podcast, 8-4. They localize games from Japan to America. And so what you kind of learn about localization is that like it's a contract gig. Some places have in-house translators. Other ones they contract out to companies like 8.4. Other ones they just hire subcontractors on top of that. So there's a little bit of room for artistic flair. Like
sure, yeah.
A sandwich could be a grilled cheese, a panini, and some of that stuff is open-ended. So localization could be,
yeah, because like the idiom between languages is typically lost,
right?
So like you need something to like make up for like those colloquialisms,
right? And like a bento box could be just a lunch bag, what I'm saying? Like, and then however you choose to describe a lunch box or a bento box or a soda or a cola or a pop, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's kind of like the translation thing that you go through. And that's part of what you're doing is localizing it, and so those kind of changes are usually unique to whoever translated it. So that's where you're getting this matches at. Like, okay, there's very slim chance that two different translators would have came up with the exact same idea here. So there's
like
only
you think that it was contracted between the fan translator to Square Enix?
So there's a couple theories out there. Mind you, this is coming out today.
Straight up plagiarism.
So someone thinks that one, the person who they contracted could have just plagiarized it. Two, the translation could have been done by a team, and one of the team members
got contracted,
and they plagiarized themselves, basically.
Yeah, sure. I already did the work once.
Right, exactly. So there's a couple different things there, but that's going to shake out, and they'll eventually see what's going on here,
Sure. Yeah. Weird that there's controversy surrounding a fucking re-release of a game that nobody really cares about in the first place.
Wow, The World Ends With You is pretty good.
But it's not popular. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
popular enough to get a Switch thing. So.
Yeah, sure, but like I don't know. There's isn't there like weird connection between that and Kingdom Hearts or something? Is that?
I don't remember.
Is The World Ends With You?
I don't remember.
Aqua got Norded? I don't know.
Where's the Wesley when you need him? Anyway, all right.
I wanted to step on me. That guy's really funny, by the way. Pro KMZ or something like that. Mm-hmm. A dude on YouTube and like various other things. He's got like a real gig now because he was doing so well. But yeah, really, really funny dude.
I missed this Sony one. We're gonna go back to Sony real quick. Pretend this was in that earlier part. Sony CEO Kenichiro Yoshida says, at this point, what can I say? It's necessary to have next generation hardware. So everyone's like, holy crap, guess what? That means they're working on PS5.
Yeah.
And like, yes, they've been working on PS5. So we might be closer than we thought. Microsoft said they're working on the next Xbox, sure. PlayStation saying that they're working on the next PlayStation. So, and we're getting close. We're getting dangerously close. We said this like when we bought our Pros and our One X's, that we were probably only going to have them be realistically 2 years before we got get shit on. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That 2 years was our cutoff with being shit on. So
I'm ready for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I'm not ready for it financially, but I'm ready for it.
No. I'm never ready for it financially, but like in spirit, like I'm always like, yo, let me get that new thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I kind of feel like
this is definitely the generation that like I'm the least happy with. You know what
I'm happy with the generation itself, but I'm just not happy with like I'm happy with the power that was put out. Like in the later half, but like there's a lot of remakes and remasters and games that just didn't go anywhere or do anything new, and but when you look at like some of the games that really stand out in like the amount of polish that's in there, like I haven't played Forza Horizon 4, but I've been watching some video of that and it looks great.
Yeah,
I mean this generation definitely just looks great.
That's the weird thing too is like I kind
compared
of like
to 360. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of like exclude the Switch from this generation. Like I'm not sure why.
The same thing is going on in there though. Re-releases.
Yeah,
and it's even worse on the Switch because it's like especially in our position, it's games we've already played.
Yeah,
it's not even games that and that people are treating like they never played them.
I mostly just meant because like it still feels like kind of new and like it still like has like a lifespan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's still
right.
stuff.
Well, Switch is on the second year.
Yeah,
and it's kind of
whereas like You know what I mean? Like Xbox One and PS4 seem like their own thing to me. I'm sure like you could make the argument that like the Switch is just Nintendo catching up to that generation.
It is. They're late.
But
well, there's also some rumor about that. I didn't bring it up, but there's rumor out there.
Yeah, that
the Switch 2 is in the works. And like, is it a Switch 1.5 2, or is it like a real Switch 2?
I mean, like how many times did they fucking redesign and for the better,
right?
The 3DS,
right? Exactly. Are we getting a 3DS here? Where they're all called the Switch, but there's the Switch XL,
the new Switch,
new Nintendo Switch. Oh my god! If they do that again, I'm gonna punch somebody. It's fucking terrible. I hate.
Got a better processor.
Don't put new in the name.
It's got a fuck. I know that really fucks me. By the way, Nintendo.
Why'd you put new in the? Oh, you're looking for a new.
That's the new, not a used new. I'm looking for a used. New 3DS XL. You got any of those in stock?
You got a new. I only have a new. Well, we got the title there. All right.
Thanks, bud.
So, I mean, like, I like it. It's getting there.
It's been a weird generation is all I'm saying. Like,
no, I definitely agree.
And like, I don't know. Like, it seems like innovation
even PC.
has been also PC.
The video cards aren't that great.
Yeah, like the 2080s.
And the video cards aren't that great. The video cards have gotten better, but they're just kind of incrementally better. And then the like, someone was doing like a power analysis between when I built my last computer and the next computer. And they're like, yeah, you didn't really get a lot.
Yeah, and like you spent
double.
You spent double. And did you spend double and even get half better?
No.
Fuck that. No. Fuck off.
Well, no, I'm just saying. That's what I've been telling you. Like, I need to upgrade, Joe. I'm like, no.
But for double, you should get half better.
Well, I didn't spend double. Like, you bought, like, I bought one then and I bought one now. And realistically, I could have just bought a better video. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah.
I could have bought, instead of buying I could have bought 2 badass video cards and just been slightly worse off.
Yeah.
Not even like completely worse off.
Not even like measurably worse off. Like, I mean, like you can measure it, you know what I mean? But like at a certain point, it's like,
I could live on it and be like, I'm just waiting on the hardware to catch up.
Yeah. But like from what you were showing me, it's like, is 12% really going to fucking make you lose sleep?
Yeah.
Like, at what point is 12%
88 is almost an A.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's do a couple more of these. Fallout 76 partnering with the West Virginia Tourism Department. No poop there. Of course they are. You know what I'm saying? They want come visit West Virginia, please. No more cousin jokes.
We don't actually have the Shenandoah River. I know it's advertised that we do, but we don't.
Don't listen to John Denver. He doesn't. He's not even looked at a map.
That guy's a fucking idiot. He doesn't.
He's looking at a map.
Really good songwriter, fucking geologist, not geologist, fucking
geographer.
Just not. He's also not. He's also not a geologist
or a cartographer.
Yeah. Just. All right. What is that? A sextant? Never even fucking seen it.
No, get out of here. All right. So going back to Nintendo, those of you who are playing Switch Online with your NES games, got a surprise this week when Legend of Zelda showed up. Did you see this?
No.
All right, so oh my god,
off my radar, dude.
So they basically put a version in there that was kind of like a baby's first Zelda. So it's the original Legend of Zelda, but you start the game with rupees, the white sword, magic shield, blue ring, and a power bracelet. So like, it seems
they had to remake the game then.
No, you just start it with all that stuff.
Right, but like that's like new coding. Like
they probably just put it in there. They're like, what? They are the they use the Game Genie, baby.
All right.
It's kind of well. I mean, arguably, what they did was like someone just put it up. Like, just imagine like someone went to all the dungeons and got those things.
Yeah.
And you're just starting a save state with those things.
Yeah, sure.
But here, listen to why it's an okay idea and a good idea.
Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
No, that game is. It's stuck in the 80s about what games were in the 80s. It's very easy for a person who's played that game to know, oh, well, you go up and you get the sword, then you go, here, and you go to this dungeon. None of those things are numbered. None of them are in order.
Oh, I get it.
They're very difficult. You can literally walk into like one of the last dungeons.
Yeah.
First, if you're just walking. So getting all these things that make you a little more powerful and a little more, you tend to stand a better chance of surviving the early parts of that game and not just open dying and just quitting,
So that's an okay argument. So this is a very familiar scenario to me, because this is how D&D campaigns start. So when you start a character in D&D, you get what's known as a hit dice. A hit dice is basically like based on your class, and you get to fucking most D&D like dungeon masters are going to be cool about it and just give you maximum hit dice. So if you're like a barbarian, you get a D12 health. Right. So like they'll just be like, you get 12 health.
Yeah.
A fucking short sword does a D6 damage.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like level 1 is a dangerous place.
Right. No, exactly.
It's one of those things where like it turns people off. But that being said, it's also like pretty rewarding when you make it through that stuff. So like I can understand like being like, we have this thing. Is it optional? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just in there.
So if I buy Zelda on the Switch,
you don't buy it. This is the one you get for free with the Switch Online.
So like but I have to start with the sword and stuff. Like it's not.
I believe there is not an option currently to turn it off.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't see that as a game you would play without the guide anyway. That's where I've always been with that game.
Yeah. I mean, I did, but I also, like fucking spaced it out over like fucking.
Right. This. The Switch has a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Playing and like you gotta appeal to whoever.
Yeah,
exactly. You gotta.
I think it's a good business decision.
It's just certainly interesting that they didn't tell anyone.
I don't like the idea of dumbing down a game just for the sake of friendliness, and especially not making it optional. But you know what I mean? Like I'm not a business major. Like I don't. You know what I mean? My ideas don't equate to money. My ideas equate to did I think Zelda was a piece of art that probably should. They said they censored the spewers on the Venus to Venus show. That's my only issue is that it seems like I mean you go like, well, more people play it if it's easier. And you go
I'm not saying like I'm excited about it or I'm not rushing to play it either.
That also doesn't mean
I got 100 different ways to play that fucking thing.
I was gonna say that also doesn't mean that you can't go to the myriad of other ways that you can play that game. It literally got remade on the Game Boy Advance, every fucking virtual console ever. The game. I can probably find it. I can probably type in Zelda in browser right now and find it. Yes.
Despite Nintendo's attempts to take it down,
it's not that. The piece of art that Zelda is not lost to time.
Right, exactly. So
it's not that offensive to me, but
it's just something that's interesting and kind of weird that it's out there.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that's just like how it exists.
Yeah, and maybe maybe they'll rebrand it.
I mean, in a microcosm,
Switch Family version or something. And
who cares? Like, the more I think about it, the more open I am to it. Like at first, like it's that like kind of knee jerk, like they changed Zelda.
That's not my Zelda.
Yeah. That's kind of a dumb way to think, though. So,
all right, a couple more. Sega had a Shenmue HD remake with updated graphics. If you want to check that out, there's a video up on Eurogamer that goes through it. It looked pretty interesting.
Wait, the Shenmue 1 and 2 remake thing?
Yeah,
they put out?
No, that was a remaster.
Okay,
they had like a complete remake.
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of out there. Like you can watch a video.
I won't because Shenmue is not my thing, but
yeah. Well, no, it's out there. It's
Shenmue.
Like, I think it's kind of cool because, like, you can, like, look at, like, well, you guys are doing some cool stuff here. But definitely check that out. And other Sega news, they actually said one of the smartest things I've ever heard them say. Sega Sammy, which is the parent company of Sega and Atlas.
We're never making Sonic again.
No matter if a game is popular in Japan, it's unlikely to win over fans around the world if the localization is insufficient.
Yes.
Right. So
just yes.
This comes on the back of the news that Yakuza 6 sold as many copies in the outside of Japan as it did in Japan. So that's one of the things showing like you have a good game, you do a good job translating. This goes back to The World's Ends With You. People will enjoy it and they'll buy it, and then you can generate success for that. It's kind of like these are like the video game 101 stuff here. But
I've been like a proprietor of the school of thought, at least, that like especially nowadays, like voice acting is such a big part of the narrative,
right?
And even in games that don't. you know, it's kind of like one of those things when you play Breath of the Wild, you know what I mean? Like there's like not a lot of voice acting. It's kind of stark. It's kind of clean. So like it makes a little bit more sense, especially Zelda's never been like super voice acty, so like whatever. But then like take for instance Red Dead Redemption.
Right.
If that game comes out and literally everyone goes like, well, golly, you know what I mean? Like
they've already said there's like 500,000 lines of dialogue or something in there.
And they probably got like accredited voice actors, like people who like know their shit, like people who understand tone, and people who
exactly.
That's one of those things that like polish is what makes a good game a great game.
Right. So like, and especially when you're bringing a game from one country to another, you got to spend a little more time with that. And like, especially I feel like what was it, Shadows of the Damned, right? That's a super esoteric, weird game.
It's fucking weird
because they went out of their way to like localize it just the right way and put the jokes in there just the right way, get the right voice actors, put everything in there and get it right. It sold more copies than it would have.
It's hard to make a dick joke, right?
Right, but that's a hard thing to localize.
I'm not kidding. Right? Like that's like
that could just fall flat if you don't do it correctly. And so like
if you really, and excuse the wording, if you really pound away at dick jokes too hard, like it's like one of those things where like it gets fucking monotonous. You know what I mean? And that game does it in such a way that like every time like they like fucking, his name's Bob, right?
Johnson.
Of course it is.
You're talking about the skull.
The skull.
Right? Yeah, his name's Johnson.
Bob's the skull from.
He's like, check out my Big Johnson, and then he's doing the thing where he gets really. This game is so good.
It's really good, and like, and it plays like fucking like old like Resident Evil 5 like tank control.
That's why it was terrible.
Yeah, I mean it sucks, but it's great.
It broke on me. That's why it's terrible.
I had similar issues with it, but you know it's subsequently been patched.
But anyway, as we were saying, like good localization goes a long way to make a good game.
Your score, your voice acting, your writing in general, those are all things that I think trump graphics.
You gotta have good gameplay in there too, though.
Huh?
You gotta have good gameplay in there because if your gameplay is fucking broken, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like game design,
at least serviceable.
Yeah, serviceable gameplay. Like
I will play a serviceable gameplay game if the story is good and the acting is good.
One of the best examples of a game that understands gameplay but doesn't quite understand narrative. Do you remember the Dishwasher Dead Samurai series and then Vampire Smile?
Yes.
Those games' storyline is like kind of ham-fisted. It's a little tropey. It's kind of hard to get through, but like holy shit, that gameplay is
tight controls
good.
Like you know, you get rewarded for being able to do the combos effectively,
right? And then like also the style of the game and the graphics are like kind of minimal. It's very stylized, but like they didn't have a lot to work with. It's a small studio, but like so it's kind of the opposite of what I was saying. Like as long as you have something that's really really honed to a fine edge, then like you can get away with kind of whatever.
Right, but again, like if you want to get those sales numbers, you get those rookie numbers up. You know that's something you need to do. All right, couple more things.
Yeah, spend money, make money. How much do you think Red Dead costs?
Oh, I think we're in the billions by the B.
Fuck, are you kidding?
I would not be surprised if they're like it's $1 billion. It cost us $1 billion.
What the fuck?
I would not be surprised.
That would be. Do you think it'll make $1 billion?
Like, I think it'll make $1 billion. I would not be surprised if they said it cost $1 billion. Like maybe like
that's scary. That's a fucking scary number.
Maybe even like almost like several hundred million where they're like 0.75 billion, like 750. I don't know. Like it has to be. It has to be right. Like let's see.
Like it's like one of the fucking most developed games of all time by this point.
5 years, right?
Yeah.
To costs to make. Let's see what Google says real quick before we move on. GTA, okay. All right, to give you an idea. Sega Shenmue was the most expensive game at the time. Cost $70 million. Then GTA 4, which is what, 10 years old, right?
At least.
Is expected to have cost $100 million in 2008. And so they're suspecting that $100 million is roughly what it costs. So maybe I'm a little bit off. Like I don't think we're up at a tenfold.
You got like an extra zero at the end there.
Let's see. GTA 5 was $265 million and took 5 years.
So we're probably in that area. We're probably
in like $300 million.
You could be upwards of $500 million.
Yeah.
If it's as big dick as. If the ball's shrinking the fucking snow, Joey.
Right, exactly.
That's got to be at least $1 million, right?
Right, yeah. We spent $1 million.
You gotta pay me $1 million for the balls to shrink.
Right.
Fuck you.
All right, so that's it. Anyway, getting off topic. Speaking of money to be made, Black Ops 4 delivers the biggest launch day digital sales in Activision history. So, granted, take it one piece at a time.
Yeah. One piece.
Biggest long launch day digital sales.
There's a lot of like avenues that you have to break it into for that.
But I mean, this is going back to the thing where Activision 100% wants
the biggest sale in New Zealand's history of.
Right. Well, Call of Duty has always been their thing of it has to break some kind of record.
Yeah.
Like back in the Black Ops 2 days, I think Black Ops 2 was the biggest entertainment day. One day entertainment sales, biggest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it was the biggest thing, and now they're like biggest day one digital, you know. So and that's it, like you know, you had to have a 50 gig patch to play it, but you know, that's kind of one of the things they want to hit at, you know, is like it's bigger, it's badder than ever, you know.
Yeah. It's got a Fortnite mode.
Right. Three more things, sorry. Borderlands 2 VR. I do not want to play that game in VR. I do not know why they put it in VR. I cannot imagine being in that world for that long.
That cell shading, that like
just even more than an hour.
Yeah, I don't know. That does seem like a little headachy.
Also, no co-op.
Fuck off. Then I'm totally out. Right? What the fuck? That's the point.
Like, you know, exactly. Even if you're just like, I don't even understand why you wouldn't co-op that, you know.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've heard.
PlayStation exclusive, allegedly, so
I literally like
hopefully they'll come around.
Borderlands means co-op to me. Like that's like
right, yeah.
That's the fucking the point. Like if I'm playing Borderlands by myself, I'm not having a good time. Like,
right. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing Borderlands in VR as like, hey, you want to put on this headset and put on VR mode to be stupid, and you do it for an hour. And you're like, yeah, that was stupid. I'm glad we did that.
Fucking
like,
head hurts now, but yeah.
I'm gonna go back to playing this regular. Yeah. You know, I mean, because like that would be cool to see some of those things.
Sure, yeah, like the scope of that game in VR just seems like
articles. I was asking, where are we at?
Almost done, boy. Just tell him it's okay. Like,
yeah, it's fine. Anyway, so I mean, I really don't think I want to do that at all. So it's interested. I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're taking risks. But also, why 2? Why not 1?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right, 1 shorter at least. All right. The other thing. Did you see that? Did you watch the trailer for Call of Juarez Gunslinger?
No,
I posted in the chat.
I must have been sleeping.
The reason why I posted that in the chat is he calls out Arthur Morgan by name. Arthur Morgan is the player character name in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
So why is the character from Call of Juarez Gunslinger putting out a trailer to saying Legends never die, they change to come back stronger than ever, right?
Yeah.
So are they announcing a Call of Juarez
crossover with
Gunslinger crossover, or just being cheeky, or they got like a remaster? A phone you it's okay, but yeah, Al's asking if he wants to phone it. No, it's okay. I really don't feel like going and finding the equipment. So it's
okay, man. Like we know that.
Yeah, we're down in the end. It's fine.
Circumstances, you know.
The poop happens. All right, last news article. So we talked about Telltale closing last time, yeah. Right? So since the news of Telltale closing, a lot more poops hit the fan. You can read up about that online. You know, they've let go of some of the skeleton crew that they were keeping online to keep the stuff on. That like turns out like they you know, things are worse than they thought. So, the news there is that the I don't know what I was trying to go for. The company that owns the Walking Dead comic and manages Walking Dead comic is trying to bring back some of the cast and not cast crew, some of the developers that were working for Telltale at the time to come back to them and finish working on The Walking Dead.
Good. I'm glad that there's an outlet for, or a possible outlet. You said it's not confirmed, or
right. Well, so it's kind of weird to explain what's going on. The company Skybound Games would we talked about those 100-hour work weeks. So they're not really a game studio, Skybound Games. They kind of do like some stuff like, off and on stuff, mobile stuff, but not like they're not a studio. You know what I'm saying? They would have to gear up to become like to use someone else's stuff to kind of get everything done. So they reached a deal with Telltale, and they're trying to finish up Clementine's story, and like they actually had a really good thing coming out saying like, they want to make what's right by the fans, what's right by the story itself, and what's right by the people who poured themselves into making this. And so they kind of they realize that there's a lot more pieces of this than just, hey, we own this property and we kind of need it done, and that's where we are. So I'm glad it's going to be finished.
I mean, at this point, it's just a labor of love. Like,
right. Well, they're obviously going. They also were saying like they want to be able to give the people who are out on the outs, from the company who don't have, these are people who are looking for jobs.
Yeah.
You went from having a job and insurance to not having them. So they're trying to like. They're like, hey, we're going to bring everyone back on for like a contract, whether it's 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever. They know how long they have to work, and then they can shop themselves. They know that those people will have other obligations to get hired somewhere else. That hey, I'm working at Skybound for 12 weeks, and then I'm going to go, then I'm available to go to Ubisoft to work for, work on Assassin's Creed Odyssey DLC, or
the next Assassin's Creed that comes out in 3 weeks.
Right. Or, that Splinter Cell game that they never worked on, or,
I don't talk shit. Is fucking people like Odyssey? Like, it's like weird, right? Like,
I think there's people who are like, that might be their
this is the opus. Like, we finally got another good Assassin's Creed game.
That's their that's their game they're going to grind on. They're like, yeah, I'm going to play this. I love this game being 80 hours. It's the only game I got to buy. That's the same thing. The guy who we were talking about before, who's like dollars per hour or whatever, he's excited because what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly, Alf. It is shitty for everyone involved with fucking Telltale. Like hopefully they get like. Sadly, that company was mismanaged, and they set a good example of what not to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to update your technology, you got to pay your people, you got to, I know like they were trying to do right by everyone by trying to get last minute deals to get everything done, but like, and that's sad because they were trying, but like there was some kind of mismanagement there to begin with because they didn't have a safety net built in. Like what was, what I'm saying? Like,
also, as per what we've talked about for years now, having a good legal team.
Right.
Like Nintendo did like their whole thing, that fucking debacle with CD Projekt Red.
Right.
Which, did we talk about that at all? Or
which one? Which
the owner of Witcher?
I don't think we talked about the owner of the we've been gone for 2 weeks, but the owner, I think we talked about it a little bit. Like he's like, oh, he sold his rights for like $1.
He sold his rights for $9,500 American, which turns out to be fucking $40 million fucking fun money wherever Polish people
right,
their money's ridiculous sounding. But like he's like mad because like Witcher's successful, and he literally said the words that video games aren't profitable, give me money now, and then he signed a contract, a legally binding contract, by the way. And then his legal team's like, no, that was only for Witcher 1. You still owe us for Witcher 2 and 3. And he's suing.
Well, I mean, that's their job, is to try to fight to get him more money.
And like them more money too. And like he's suing for something along the tune of $16 million when he settled for $9,500 for the entire series.
They're gonna be like, we got all these kegs from Gwent you can have.
Apparently CD Projekt Red just went, you have no grounds for this, and didn't even show up to court proceedings.
Yeah, they were like, the court will take care of it. But yeah, that's, again, like, like we were saying, like a legal team also, like, to make sure that you stuff like that.
No one's ridiculously trying to come after your properties.
Right, exactly. So
it's a bad decision, Polish dude. That's all I'm saying.
Alrighty. Well, that's all the news that I picked up. Let me. I
don't know why I'm still grinding on this, but like, just because like he invented the series that The Witcher exists in, they like, you understand that the reason that that's good is because of Geralt, right? Like the character.
Well, he invented Geralt,
right? But like his version of Geralt is not what sells the games. It's CD Projekt Red's version of Geralt that they fucking imagined that made that character, that breathed life into him. Like,
I mean, we're here with Lucas and Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like. Remember, they eventually had to beat Lucas back into the... Shut up! Yeah. Go over there. We're trying to make money.
That's true. He does shit talk a lot. He does talk a lot of shit.
You know, so...
Mark Hamill did, too.
I was like, Mark Hamill's like, not my Luke Skywalker. Like, shut up and go over there.
He's like, Luke Skywalker would never have a beard. That's all I'm saying. This thing itches. I'm fucking done with it.
Go over there.
Did you see him in that fucking weird medieval thing?
No.
He's like filming some weird medieval thing where he's got a long beard. It's weird.
Anyway. All right. So... Well, let's go to boom, 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 boom. Let's do some more stuff. All right. So next week, the 22nd. You're down, right? I'm down. We're all down.
To clown.
Right? Yeah.
Till we're dead in the ground.
Yeah.
Wait, are you referring to recording?
Yes, we're gonna. Yes, should be good, right? No, nothing that I know of.
I mean, like I said, like I've had like an ongoing medical thing, so pending that nothing goes weird with that, I'm fine. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Christy knows that I have Mondays to record, so she isn't going to do any crazy shit. To like, because she's working nights now.
Yeah.
Alf says he'll be there. Good. Well,
or maybe he'll be square.
Oh yeah, we'll draw him as a square. Let's look in on his seat. There it is. It's me, Alf. I'm over here now. One there.
Cuban Pete. King of the Rumble.
Yeah. So, now I can play with some of these things again. I forgot.
Don't do that.
I was playing with these again. Hold on. I want to see what...
just because Alf's on the show doesn't mean there's nobody to fucking talk you out of fucking doing dumb shit on the podcast.
There's a Luma wipe. What's a Luma? Ooh, I have the Star Wars wipe now.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. The checkered ones or the...
It's just a...
All right. That's pretty good too.
I'm going to throw up. We'll do one more. There we go. That's really fun.
Which way does it come from? Can I like run from it?
It goes from across you, across me.
Okay. So like give me like a...
Okay, go. It doesn't work because it just switches to you.
All right, fuck it. Never mind.
Ooh, I can do it like in between you so that like, you're just like going between small and big. It is really nice.
Alf, what do you think?
He does not like it. He does not like it.
Is he like, oh my God?
He's like, stop. It's funny. All right. I mean, we can make it longer. Let's see. 1,000 milliseconds. Oop, sorry. Let's do it this way. Ooh, yeah, that's a Star Wars style one right there. That 1,000 millisecond.
Yeah. Whole like, yeah.
Takes a whole second to come across the screen.
I like those.
Looks really nice.
That's a good transition.
All right. So we're all in agreement. So we'll be in next week. Hopefully, the 29th we should be here. That's what you and I will have hopefully been recovered from.
Yeah.
The 27th we're gonna do 24 hours. Gaming. I think I set it up 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. I don't remember. I know I'm not doing anything.
Last year you did 11 to 11.
Not again. I like to go to bed. I'm probably gonna do it like 8 to 8 or 9 to 9.
Probably fine.
Yeah, those morning hours are really hard.
Yeah, I know.
But I also don't want to start at 5 a.m.
Also, I'm fucking caffeine free now too. that is my life now. I'm literally running caffeine free.
I'm gonna get you some natural energy.
Yeah. Is that just you slapping me in the face?
Cocaine.
This is like kind of natural, yeah. You just give me some coca leaves and I just chew on them. Yeah.
Just chew on them.
I think that's worse for my heart than the caffeine.
It's natural. It's from God. God made it.
Well,
it's in the ground.
Yeah.
It's from the ground.
I forget the stupid rhyme.
Fuck. It's tangy and brown. Drink it down. Yeah. Oh wait, no. If it's
Yeah. See.
Something in yellow. Juice there, fella. Tangy and brown. You're in cider town.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with cocaine.
Yeah. One of them was like, if it's grown from the ground, it's for me. Or I don't know if it rhymes or
let's look here.
Fuck! Don't the podcast. You're gonna kill Alf. Alf's gonna die.
Grown from the ground.
Alf, show up and tell him not to do this.
Rhyme.
Alf,
he's there. Well, there's just a bunch of fucking lyrics. Who cares? whatever. Send us in. Here we will transition. Yellow fellow something mellow. There you go. Send us in your your rhymes about how to determine what you can eat and what you can smoke,
whether or not you should fucking and how to whether or not liquor's quicker or
well, now turns out that's sexual assault. Whoa. Candy is dandy and the right answer, but don't have any expectations. This is a gift. Thank you.
Oh man, that's funny.
You should watch New South Park. It's really good.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
It's all right.
I just got a free month of Hulu. So
yeah. Did you get the one with free Showtime?
No.
Oh, there's one with free Showtime.
No. I got the commercial free month.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. But yeah, so send us.
I basically binge watched the new season of American Dad.
Send us in send us in your rhymes. They up to the animation quality too.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Send us in your rhymes at podcast@goldensaucer.net. You can send an individual Joey or Kyle or Alf at goldensaucer.net. What else? Look at us on Twitter and Facebook to know when new episodes go up. Always, you can watch us on stream Monday nights when we record, and the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, get the little bell thing so that when we go live, and then you can watch them, and then you can watch as I slowly update these throughout the week.
Joe, you ever just breathe to flex on asthma dudes?
All right. Al's not here. I'll say later in the chat so that it lines up.
Later.
He didn't do it.